My method for when I go thrifting pretty much is always the same. I walk the same path every single time I go into a store that I know really well. That way I don't feel like I miss stuff. I consciously only shop for clothes that I know will already fit in my closet, unless it's like a super novelty item that I can't live without. I don't buy stuff that I think I might use someday. I have to have an actual plan for an item that I'm buying for me to actually purchase it. Otherwise, I just fill my closet with stuff that I don't ever wear. Everything has to pass the holes and stains test. If there's massive holes or massive stains that I can't fix or don't want to deal with, I'm not buying it. And when I'm looking specifically for fabric, like what I'm doing today, because this thrift store is notorious for having an amazing fabric selection, I look for a specific aesthetic, not necessarily a specific item. I also try to keep in mind what I'm looking for. Like, is it a specific character or a specific outfit that I'm looking for? Like for example, lately I've been looking for stuff to make Sleeping Beauty's peasant outfit. It takes multiple trips to the thrift store and multiple trips to multiple thrift stores to actually find what I'm looking for, but eventually I do find it because I just keep it in the back of my mind. I definitely have more tips, but there's someone in their car that has been watching me film this the entire time, and I'm tired of them staring at me, so we're gonna go inside. I never pick up a shopping cart straight away because that's presumptuous. Like, what, you think you're just gonna find amazing deals straight off the bat? No, that's not how this works. After perusing the glassware section and not really feeling drawn to anything, I go straight to the curtains. Okay, well, I guess this is technically the tablecloth section, and some of these have been here for months. I kind of like to do a quick glance through everything, and then if something catches my eye, I'll investigate further, like for example, this red curtain drape thingy. A few of my family members casually mentioned that they might have an interest in going with me to the Renaissance Fair, and I am in full swing costume mode over this, because now every time I go to the thrift store, I keep an eye out for anything that could be even remotely used to fashion a Ren Fair outfit, because I want to make that experience as fun and immersive as possible for them. Now, you might have just seen me sniff this fabric. If you're not sniffing your fabric, you gotta start sniffing your fabric. I know it's gross, I know it sounds weird, but too many times have I brought home fabrics and thrifted items that were kind of smelly in one way or another, and sometimes just washing it doesn't get it out. When something catches my eye, I look it over thoroughly. I look over the seams, I look over, does it have holes and stains? I want to make sure that what I'm buying is either already just a nice piece, or assess it to understand what I need to do to make it nice. And to be honest, more often than not, I am not interested in washing out other people's stains, which means I end up double and triple checking pretty much everything that I keep. Next, I found this starry blue jacquard fabric, and there's about a yard in total, and it's only $1.99, and I'm immediately getting this. I'm back to looking at these drapes. There's 8 of them, but they're $2.99 each, which I feel like is a little expensive for all 8, so I'm gonna think about it. I might be coming back around. I'm definitely getting 2 of them, but I don't know if I need all 8. This is where the fabric section used to be, and now it's just blankets. So that, well, this one's not too bad, honestly. What is this? $4.99? Oh, this is kind of cool. What does it say? It's just, okay, it's a throw. I don't buy throws. And that's kind of a thrifting rule that I live by, because throw blankets just don't have enough material on them to really do anything other than exist as a throw blanket. And when I'm thrifting for myself, I have to remember that I'm 6 feet tall, and a throw blanket doesn't even cover half of me. Right here is when I started feeling like I was hitting the absolute jackpot. This blanket is a nice wool. It's like got a lot on there. I'm looking over like, is there any holes? What are the stains like? I give it the old sniff test, and it's perfect. It's one of the things I've really been looking for lately, because I really want to make myself one of those quilty blanket coats. Moving on to the next rack, and it's bed sheets. Never underestimate the power of a thrifted bedsheet. First of all, if you're just learning how to sew, thrifted bedsheets are a really cheap, cost-effective way to make a lot of things and not pay a lot of money for it. I shop for thrifted bedsheets the exact same way I shop for fabric in a craft store. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What is it made out of? And how much is there? At this point, I knew it was time to go and get a cart because I was absolutely striking gold. You know what's crazy is that it's not uncommon to find a 100% cotton king-size bedsheet at a secondhand shop. These are absolute gold, and in my opinion, cotton is cotton whether it's overpriced at Joann's or picked up secondhand. And by this point, I am totally in the zone. I'm going through fabric, I'm picking stuff out, things are catching my eye, I'm going over everything that I pull off the rack, and it kind of feels like magic is happening because I've been to the thrift store a couple of times in the past month or so and haven't really found anything, but but this is the freaking jackpot. This pink fabric, for example, it's shiny, there's about 4 yards on it, it was priced at $4, no stains, no holes, absolutely passes the sniff test, and the Barbie movie is coming out soon. I'm literally in my pink era, so naturally I have high hopes and big expectations for this piece of fabric. Honestly, at this point I'm feeling so good that I could just check out now, go home, start sewing, and be totally content. But then again, I did get all dressed up for you guys, so I keep going. And for the record, if you see that bald spot on the side of my head, I see it too, and I don't like it either. I start sifting through t-shirts because I need one for an upcoming project, but these are all way more expensive than I want to pay, and the secondhand shop down the road sells graphic tees for $1, so I pass on all of these. But I turn around and see like a pair of dusty green men's pants. They have a little bit of wear and tear, but nothing too bad. Plus, it's kind of aesthetic. I do the old wrap the waistband around your neck fit check and toss them in my cart. They're perfect. One of my greatest secondhand shopping experiences is looking at the special occasion dresses that people donate. I always find myself looking at the beads and trims, just trying to decide if it's worth it to buy the whole dress just to deconstruct it for any bits of lace. It almost never is worth it, but I always think about it. This fuchsia pink dress caught my eye, but it only caught my eye because it was pink and I'm looking for pink things, and it's not my style, so I put it back. And this time around, I found a sparkly red dress that kind of looks like the one that the fairy godmother wears in the ending fight scene of Shrek 2, and I won't lie to you all, this one tempted me, but I kind of already have shiny red sequin fabric at home that I could use for a fairy godmother outfit, so I put the dress back with its friends. You know how sometimes when you thrift, certain items will absolutely call out to you? I don't know if you guys saw it, but this black starry cardigan screamed at me. It said, "Let me turn you into Miss Frizzle." And I said, "You mean get paid pennies to spend the day with germy 4th graders? Absolutely not." I put it back because been there, done that. But really though, I was kind of a teacher there for like 2 seconds. If this color blocked sweater was my size, I absolutely would have snatched it up so fast, but no matter how much I like something or how much potential I think an item has, if it's already too small for my body, it's best not to buy it. I don't waste my time, money, or energy on "I might fit into it someday" items anymore, and learning that has been a long, hard lesson, but I'm glad I learned it. Once I make the rounds, I like to go to a back corner of the store, which is usually the electronics section because, let's get honest, that's like typically the most ghost town-like section of the thrift store these days. Like, really, not that many people are trying to buy old VCRs anymore. And I do a final review of the items in my cart. I look at each item and decide, do I really want to spend my hard-earned money on stuff that somebody else essentially tossed away? Sometimes I put items back, but not today. I'm keeping everything and heading to the checkout. It got so busy when I was trying to check out and I got all my things rang up, and my wallet is in my car, and so I'm like running back to get it while the lady just holds my stuff. Stuff like this gives me anxiety. I hate inconveniencing other people. My wallet was in fact not in the car. And so I delved into my emergency cash money that I just keep in here because I'm crazy and probably shouldn't do that. I kid you not, I had down to like $5, the exact amount to get all of the things that I had in my cart. It's a thrift store miracle. The thrift gods have smiled on me today because usually when I come here I get like 2 things maximum just because I don't always find good stuff. And this is a good thrift store. Like, I leave a lot of stuff behind. But today, I feel like everything I got is totally usable, free of stains, free of holes, which is great because I don't want to have to deal with that. The 2 clothing items that I did buy are things that I've been looking for. The sweater because I want to embroider on like something on the front of it, and the pair of pants because I don't own a single pair of jeans, and jeans are happening. I wear a lot of stretchy pants. I love stretchy pants. I thrive in stretchy pants. But sometimes when I go hiking, and we're going on this hiking trip here in a couple of weeks, like I want to wear a pair of heavy durable jeans, you know? And I don't own a single pair of heavy durable jeans. First of all, because it's hard to find good jeans. And secondly, and this is like the most important one, I hate jeans. I like stretchy pants. And so I'm gonna try and push myself outside of my comfort zone and try to start wearing jeans again, because there are a couple of occasions that I really wanted to wear like a cute pair of jean shorts, and like all I have is black leggings. Speaking of being uncomfortable, I'm about to tell you a story about what just happened after I stopped talking about jeans, because I made a realization and it scared me. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have to tell you about the mini panic attack I just had. And calling it a panic attack is blowing it way out of proportion. It was just like a little bit of mild anxiety that made me sweat. I get to the checkout and I start ringing up my items, and I notice it starts feeling really busy at the checkout. Everyone just has decided to check out at the same time, and there is a line of people behind me. I'm doing the best that I can to be as quick as possible and find all the tags, scan them, because it's a self-checkout. So there are people lined up behind me, and I'm trying to be considerate of other people's time. I ring everything up and I reach in my pocket for my wallet. Okay, it's not in this pocket, so I check the other pocket, it's not there either. And I immediately start sweating. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have my wallet, it's gotta be out in my car. I tell the lady, my wallet is out in my car, and the machine doesn't take, like, where you can tap your phone and just like pay with your phone. And so she's like, just run out to your car and get it, it's no sweat, no big deal. And so I'm like running. I go out to my car and I'm looking through stuff and I don't see it. Like, I check the console, I check under the seat, I'm like, what? Like, I just had it. I thought I just had it, but maybe I really didn't, you know? And so I go to my emergency cash stash. Luckily, I had enough money, and that is such a privilege. Like, I am not blind to the fact that having money to buy hobby items is a privilege. I go back into the store, I just pay in cash, which I haven't paid for something in cash in forever because I always have my credit card. I have my sweater on, I have my coat on. I'm not a sweaty person, but I'm sweating because I'm like, if my wallet isn't with me and it's not in my car, where is it? And so I think to myself, it's on the kitchen table. It's gotta be on the kitchen table. And I'm like, resolved. I walk back out to my car, like all of my stuff in my arms because the thrift store doesn't let you take carts outside, and so I'm like walking outside with all of my stuff. I get in my car and I start thinking to myself, like, wait a second, no. You just had your wallet with you because you had an appointment at the bank. That's where your first stop was at the bank. And you had your wallet with you at the bank, and so I'm like, did I drop it in the store? Because it's gone. It has my driver's license, it has all of my credit card, it has like special IDs that I need to use for my life to function, and it wouldn't be the first time that I've lost my wallet. I lost it at the grocery store like 4 or 5 years ago, and luckily someone at the grocery store had picked it up and then taken it to the front of the store, and they just kind of kept it there until I came and got it. It's scary because that's like your life, you know? And so I think to myself, I'll run home, I'll check there, but then I'm like, no, don't run home. Go back into the store and tell them you lost your wallet in the store, because I was like taking my phone in and out of my pockets, and there's a chance it might have just fallen out, and I just wasn't paying attention because I was so in the thrifting zone. I went from feeling like this is the best thrifting adventure that I've had in a long time to, oh my gosh, I need to cancel my credit cards immediately. I need to figure out how to get a new driver's license, all of these things. And on top of everything, I've had to pee for like an hour. I don't know why I didn't go at the bank. I was literally just there and they have a nice bathroom, but I was like, it'll be quick. I won't be at the thrift store for that long. No, I was there for like an hour. So just like everything is compounding, and I can just like feel myself starting to spiral. And I'm like, no, just check your pockets one more time. You guys, it was in my pocket. The coat that I have on has a million pockets in it, and I almost always put this in a very specific pocket. All of that for nothing. And I would normally consider myself like a very calm, cool, collected individual, like capable of thought process, capable of problem solving, but not when it comes to this bad boy. This scared me a little bit. So now I'm in the craft store parking lot, just kind of decompressing and realizing just how much of a dummy I am for completely jumping from, oh, it's not in the pocket, it's always in, it's gotta be lost, to, I think I'm just gonna go shop for some fabric. Why? I have a specific list of items to get from the craft store, and so I start looking for a roll of snap tape for my Elsa costume. I want to finish the cape attachment with like just a few snaps, so I go ahead and I grab those. And I am looking at myself in this video right now like, okay, Quasimodo, I need to work on my posture. Ribbon was on sale and I needed a roll of green grosgrain ribbon, or as I like to call it, gross grain ribbon. That's a sewing joke. And then it's on to see if they have any pom-pom ribbon, which they do. And I compared the available sizes and decided, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself, and I got 2 rolls. Grinch hands, and yoink. That was the last piece of like thick craft foam, and I only needed 1 piece of it, so I feel like that's a good omen. I typically try to avoid the craft store. I can just feel the American capitalism pulling me towards the dark side, and I must resist. I'm only here for a few items and then I've got to get out. Otherwise, I end up with a cart full of things that I don't really need. And so I navigate the labyrinth of curated decor and try not to look at any of it. It's getting windy out here. I'm definitely recovering from the lost wallet / wallet not being lost fiasco. I really try not to impulse buy. Like, I really try not to impulse buy, but I could not say no to these puffy llama stickers because I'm gonna keep them in my car, and the next time I see my niece, I'm gonna give her these puffy llama stickers, and then she's gonna like feel like I was thinking about her and feel like she's important to me, because obviously she is important to me, and then she's gonna think I'm the greatest aunt in the world. Yeah. She's 9 and she's gonna love these. As soon as I get home from pretty much any thrift shopping, I immediately start sorting and washing all the washable items I purchase. Also, I recommend washing your hands after thrifting, but like also in general, keep those mitts clean. While everything else is in the washing machine, I wanted to try the sweater and the jeans on because I can return these and they'll just give me in-store credit, but I don't want to pop the tag off and wash it and then like find out it doesn't fit. So I'm gonna try it on. I wish it was kind of like a little bit bigger, a little bit baggier, and a little bit longer, but I am gonna keep it because I think it'll be good practice for doing like embroidery on sweaters. So that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing with this. I do like the color, not in this light, but historically, this is a good color on me. All right, these are men's 38 pants. I like that they're an odd color. I'm gonna probably cut them into shorts. I don't know where I'm gonna cut them, but cut them and then do like some cute hand embroidery on it just to like make them kind of more personalized. This is a terrible outfit. I'll never wear this together, but men's jeans have pockets. They're durable. Like, this is not bad. The thrift store I went to doesn't have changing rooms anymore. They got rid of them during the pandemic and then they never reinstalled them, which I'm honestly a little bit mad about because I like to try stuff on. But I did that thing where you wrap the waist around your neck and it's kind of like supposed to be like your size-ish. It's not wrong. Like, this isn't bad. Something I failed to mention earlier, but I wanted to touch on is that when I go thrifting, I try to thrift with a purpose and be intentional about what I'm looking for and what I'm gonna use things for. So something I do beforehand is I kind of go through my patterns and I look and try and find a pattern that I haven't used yet or one that I really want to use. In this case, I was kind of looking for something that would fit with this style. And on the back of the pattern, it's like, it tells you what fabrics are going to work best for the style. And this one says cotton fabrics, crepe fabrics, and jacquard. And that blue striped bed sheet I'm gonna use for this pattern. And I think it's gonna look super cute, especially with like the little ties on the shoulder. Like, this is gonna be a project that I do here really, really soon because I'm going on a trip and I want to have like a cute sundress to wear. And the bedsheet is 100% cotton, which is perfect. A thing I like to do after purchasing something secondhand is look up online a comparable item from the most expensive places I can find just to see how much money I save. Like this blue fabric. Wow! Online at Ralph Lauren, you can buy it for $165,000 and I got it less for $3. What a steal! I got 3 yards of this yellow buttery soft fabric for $3.99 at the thrift store, and online it's a whopping $63.49. The savings are insane. Please know that I am mostly joking about this, but I really am excited about this woolen blanket. I want to turn it into a blanket coat, and I've been looking for an item like this ever since last winter. The king-size cotton bedsheet set had a tag on it, so I just looked up the item number. You guys, I paid $9 for this whole set. As for the pink fabric, after a quick online search, I found something comparable on Joann's website. I got 4 yards for $5. Real talk, I'm kind of exhausted from panicking about my wallet, and I'm probably just gonna spend the next hour sitting on my couch and planning stuff. So thanks for watching, and like, thanks for thrifting with me. Subscribe, you know, like this video. In this house we craft in pajamas, and sometimes we go thrifting in pajamas. Like, technically these aren't pajamas, I guess, but I have an addiction to staying as comfortable as possible at all times, and I don't see anything wrong with that. The other reason why I love this thrift store is because it's across the street from my favorite donut shop. A donut sounds so amazing right now. Don't do it. You're trying to cut down on the amount of sugar you consume. First of all, don't you ever tell me how to live my life. I'm honestly doing you a favor, plus you don't have any money, remember? That's a good point, but next time I'm getting a donut. Plus, I like supporting local businesses.